Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest show in the wrestling world today, MWL Sunday Night Thunder. Tonight, we bring you the best action molhr Wrestling League has to offer.
Let's get into rankings and injuries for last month. It looks like a few wrestlers are on the shelf for the time being. There also seems to be a few returning this month.
And now, fans, it's time for the latest MWL rankings update for April 2025. These rankings reflect the incredible talent and fierce competition in the league. Let's dive right into it. Coming in at rank 1, we have the MWL Rogue Champion. The camera cuts to the backstage area, where MWL World Blazing Champion Scarlett Cole and the Dragon are standing near the door of GM Mrs. Elizabeth's office. They both look focused, with Scarlett's championship belt draped proudly over her shoulder. As they approach the office, GM Mrs. Elizabeth opens the door and steps out, her expression serious. GM Mrs. Scarlett, the Dragon, I need to speak with you both. Scarlett and the Dragon exchange a brief glance before turning their attention to Mrs. Elizabeth. Of course. Mrs. Elizabeth, what's going on? We're here to discuss our participation in next week's Rumble. I know we've both been looking forward to it. Looking down at her clipboard. That's actually what I need to address. After reviewing the current standings and match qualifications, I have some bad news for you both. There's a brief pause as Scarlett Cole and the Dragon exchange questioning looks. Scarlett, as the MWL World Blazing Champion, you don't qualify for the Rumble. You're the champion, and I'm reserving that spot for others who have earned the right to compete for the title. You'll have your time to defend your championship, but the Rumble is not the place for title holders this year. The crowd murmurs in the background, and Scarlett Cole's face darkens with frustration. She clenches her fist for a moment before speaking. Voice rising with controlled frustration. So, you're telling me that because I'm the champion, I'm being excluded from the Rumble? That's not how this works, Elizabeth. I've worked hard to get to where I am. I want to prove I'm the best in this company, and now you're telling me I don't even get a shot at the Rumble? GM Mrs. Elizabeth, calmly but with authority. That's exactly what I'm saying, Scarlett. You have a responsibility to defend your title, not compete in the Rumble. This decision is final. Scarlett Cole looks frustrated, but there's a moment of silence. The Dragon steps forward, clearly concerned and trying to calm the situation, speaking up in support. Wait, what about me? I've been dealing with injuries, but I've been healing up. I want in the Rumble. If Scarlett can't compete, I will. This is an opportunity I can't miss. I'm afraid I have even worse news for you. Dragon? After reviewing your recent injuries and the medical clearance reports, you are not fit to compete. You're still recovering, and the doctors have advised against your participation in the Rumble. The Dragon's face falls as Scarlett Cole looks at him, her anger giving way to concern for her partner. The tension in the room thickens. Gritting his teeth, clearly upset. So now you're telling me I can't even fight for a chance to enter the Rumble? After everything I've been through, I'm doing what's best for you. You may want to compete, but your body isn't ready. You need more time to heal, and pushing yourself now would only risk further injury. The Dragon clenches his fists, but says nothing, clearly disappointed. Scarlett Cole, still visibly frustrated, steps forward, her voice cold and determined. Glaring at GM Miss Elizabeth, this isn't over. I don't care if you think I'm the champion. I'll prove myself in that ring, Rumble or not, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. After a brief pause, his voice steady but filled with resolve. We'll find another way. You won't keep us down. I've made my decision. If you want to compete, you'll have to earn it. But for now, your focus should be on defending those titles, not the Rumble. Focus on what matters, and we'll see where that takes you. Scarlett Cole and Dragon exchange a look, their determination burning in their eyes. The tension is palpable as they turn and walk away, the camera lingering as she watches them leave. Big news coming out of the office of GM Mrs. Elizabeth tonight. But something tells me they won't take this sitting down. That's right, Mike. Both Scarlett Cole and the Dragon have made their intentions clear. They won't let this stop them from proving they're the best in MWL. This situation is far from over. Mike, welcome back to Friday Night Clash, folks. We've got a huge Rogue Match Rumble qualifier coming up as MIA Amor takes on Mad Dog X. Both of these competitors are hungry for that spot in the 16-man Rumble at Molhr Mania, but only one of them will walk away with the victory tonight. John, that's right, Mike. MIA Amore has been making waves with her incredible in-ring skills, while Mad Dog X has a reputation for being one of the most vicious competitors in MWL. This one's going to be a fight for the ages. Match begins. The bell rings, and both competitors waste no time locking up in the center of the ring. MIA Amore uses her quickness to get behind Mad Dog X, hitting him with a German suplex that sends him crashing into the mat. Mike, great technique from MIA Amore. She's using her speed and precision to gain the early advantage. Mad Dog X slowly gets back to his feet, clearly frustrated. He charges at MIA Amore, but she ducks under his clothesline attempt and counters with a dropkick to his chest, knocking him backward into the ropes. Nice counter by MIA Amore. She's keeping Mad Dog X on the defensive right now, not letting him get comfortable. MIA Amore runs the ropes and attempts a swinging neckbreaker, but Mad Dog X grabs her mid-move and powers her into the mat with a massive spine buster. Mike, what a power move from Mad Dog. That spine buster could have just turned the tide in this match. Mad covers Amore. Oh, MIA Amore kicks out. John, that was close. MIA Amore stays in this match, but Mad Dog X is showing his power advantage. Mad pulls MIA Amore up, looking to hit her with a suplex, but MIA Amore counters, landing on her feet behind him and delivering a roll-up pin attempt. No, Mad Dog X kicks out. What a reversal from MIA Amore. She almost caught him off guard right there. Mad Dog gets to his feet and charges at MIA Amore, but she sidesteps, sending him crashing into the turnbuckle. Amore then follows up with a corner splash, crushing Mad Dog X into the turnbuckle. Great splash from MIA Amore. She's looking to take control of this match and prove she deserves a shot in the Rumble. Mia Amore lifts Mad Dog X and hits a suplex of her own, but as she goes for the pin, Just Ruby suddenly appears at ringside, distracting the referee. Mike, hold on. Just Ruby is out here. What is she doing at ringside? This is a bad sign for MIA Amore. Just Ruby is always causing trouble, and now she's getting involved in this match. Mia Amore looks over at Just Ruby, momentarily distracted, and Mad Dog X capitalizes with a low blow, sending MIA Amore staggering. Mad Dog X then hits her with his signature Mad Slam, a devastating power slam into the mat. Mike, what a cheap shot from Mad Dog X. He took advantage of the distraction and hit MIA Amore with a vicious move. Mad Dog X covers MIA Amore. No, MIA Amore kicks out. Incredible resilience from MIA Amore. She's still hanging in there despite everything Mad Dog has thrown at her. Mad Dog, now visibly frustrated, lifts MIA Amore up once again, but MIA Amore fights back with a quick forearm smash to his face. She follows up with a super kick, sending him staggering back. Mike, nice comeback from MIA Amore. She's not letting Mad Dog X dominate her for too long. MIA Amore runs the ropes, looking for her finishing move, the I came to play running knee strike, but Just Ruby grabs her leg from ringside, causing her to lose her balance. John, what an interference by Just Ruby. This is turning into a full-blown distraction. Mad Dog X takes advantage of the distraction, lifting MIA Amore and delivering a big boot to the face, knocking her down. He goes for the cover. And that's it. Mad X wins the match after a blatant distraction from Just Ruby. MIA Amore put up a valiant effort, but she couldn't overcome the interference. That was a tough loss for MIA Amore. She had a solid game plan, but Just Ruby made sure she didn't have a fair shot in this one. Mad Dog X took advantage of the distraction and secured the victory. Mike, no doubt, John, but you have to wonder, this rivalry between Just Ruby and MIA Amore is far from over. it looks like Ruby is going to make sure MIA Amore's path to the Rumble is as difficult as possible. Absolutely, Mike. MIA Amore will have to find a way to deal with just Ruby if she wants to make it to the Rumble. But for now, Mad Dog X moves one step closer to the big match. The camera zooms in on Mad Dog standing tall in the ring as Just Ruby smiles at ringside. Maya Amore sits up, clearly frustrated as the camera fades to black. Rank 32, Alexander the Giant versus rank 27, Willow-Matic. Mike, welcome back. This next match is going to be a real spectacle as Alexander the Giant takes on Willow-Matic in a blazing match Rumble qualifier. With the ring surrounded by fire, both men will have to be careful because one wrong move and it could be their last. John. Absolutely. Mike, Alexander the Giant has the size and power advantage, but Willow-Matic is known for his agility and high-flying moves. The fire surrounding the ring is going to play a huge factor in this one. Match begins. The bell rings, and immediately, Willow-Matic charges at Alexander the Giant, throwing a flurry of quick strikes to the big man's chest. However, Alexander the Giant swats him away with a massive forearm that sends Willow-Matic tumbling backward. Mike, what a strike from Alexander the Giant. Willow-Matic might be quick, but Alexander the Giant is a powerhouse. Willow-Matic, quick to recover, runs the ropes, trying to build some momentum. He leaps for a crossbody, but Alexander the Giant catches him midair and slams him to the mat with a huge body slam. The crowd reacts with a loud cheer as Alexander the Giant stands tall. John, what power from Alexander the Giant! He's showing just how dominant he can be with that slam. Alexander the Giant goes for the pin. No, Willow-Matic kicks out. Mike, not enough to put him away yet. Willow-Matic is tougher than that. Willow-Matic, now on the defensive, tries to create some space by rolling out of the ring. Alexander the Giant follows him, but as he gets to the outside, Willow-Matic surprises him with a super kick right to the jaw. Alexander the Giant stumbles back, momentarily stunned. John, great kick from Willow-Matic. He's using his speed and agility to fight back against the bigger man. Willow-Matic takes advantage, running toward Alexander the Giant and hitting him with a suicide dive through the ropes. The crowd roars as Matic takes to the air, colliding with the Giant. What a dive. Willow-Matic is showing he's not afraid of taking risks to get ahead. Rolls Alexander the Giant back into the ring and climbs to the top rope, signaling for his finishing move, the elevated moonsault. He leaps off, but Alexander the Giant catches him midair and chokeslams him right into the fire-scorched mat. Oh my God! Alexander the Giant caught Willow-Matic in midair and chokeslammed him right into the flaming ring. That could be it. Alexander the Giant covers Willow-Matic. No. Willow-Matic kicks out. Mike, unbelievable. Willow-Matic somehow found the strength to kick out after that devastating chokeslam. Alexander the Giant, now looking frustrated, pulls Willow-Matic to his feet. He starts to set him up for another chokeslam, but Willow-Matic fights back with a series of punches to the Giant's midsection. He then bounces off the ropes looking for a springboard elbow, but Alexander the Giant catches him with another big boot to the face. John, a huge boot from Alexander the Giant. Willow-Matic was trying to build some momentum, but the Giant shut him down fast. Willow-Matic, still down but refusing to stay down, crawls toward the ropes. Alexander the Giant grabs him by the back of his head, lifting him for another power move, but Willow-Matic kicks him in the knee, forcing the Giant to bend down. Matic then runs the ropes and hits a flying forearm smash to the Giant's face. Mike, great move by Willow-Matic. He's doing everything he can to avoid being overpowered by Alexander the Giant. Willow-Matic charges at Alexander the Giant with a running drop kick that knocks the big man into the corner. Matic follows up with a corner splash, sandwiching Alexander the Giant against the turnbuckles. He quickly climbs to the top rope again, signaling for his moonsault, but this time the fire surrounding the ring seems to flare up. John, the fire is getting higher, Mike. This match is getting even more dangerous. Will O'Matic leaps off the top rope looking for the moonsault, but Alexander the Giant catches him once more, this time hitting him with a brutal chokeslam that sends Matic crashing hard into the mat. Mike, a huge chokeslam again from Alexander the Giant? Will O'Matic is out cold. Alexander the Giant slowly drags to the center of the ring and goes for the pin. Winner, Alexander the Giant. And that's it. Alexander takes the win after a brutal chokeslam. He secured his spot in the 16-man Rumble. What a match. Will O'Matic gave it everything he had, but Alexander the Giant proved just too powerful tonight. He used his size and strength to dominate the match, and now he's headed to the Rumble. No doubt, Mike. Will O'Matic gave a valiant effort, but Alexander the Giant was on another level tonight. He'll be a force in the Rumble. Mike, absolutely, John. The 16-man Rumble is shaping up to be one of the most exciting matches of the year. And now Alexander the Giant is in it, ready to prove he's the one to beat. The camera zooms in on Alexander the Giant, celebrating his victory in the ring as the crowd cheers. The camera cuts backstage where Josh Hart, leader of the Mountain Dew Boys, stands in front of a large MWL backdrop. His arms are crossed, his jaw set in a firm line. The usual swagger in his step has been replaced by a clear look of frustration. He stares directly into the camera. Luna, you've got some explaining to do. Last week, you stood there in front of the whole world and called out the Mountain Dew Boys. Called us out for not having your back, for not supporting you the way you expect us to. You're supposed to be the one holding us together. Josh shakes his head, his expression hardening. I've put everything into this faction, made sure every single one of you had the chance to succeed. We're a team, Luna, but if you think you're just going to throw the rest of us under the bus because things didn't go your way, you've got another thing coming. You don't get to call us out like that, not after everything we've done together. Mountain Dew Boys aren't some throwaway faction, and you're not going to tear us down from the inside out. He paces back and forth, the frustration clearly building in his voice. Josh Hart, stopping and looking directly into the camera, his voice sharp and focused. I get it, Luna. You're pissed off. You didn't get the result you wanted at Uprising. But instead of taking it out on us, maybe you should be looking in the mirror. I've never seen a try to tear down their own faction like that. If you think we're the problem, maybe you need to ask yourself if you're the one who's lost sight of what's important. He pauses, his gaze hard and unwavering. You want to talk about support? You want to talk about respect? You can find it, Luna. But it doesn't come from throwing your faction under the bus. It comes from working together. Next week, I'm calling you out. I don't care if it's face-to-face or in the ring. We settle this. And you better be ready to show me you actually want to be part of Mountain Dew Boys, or else I'll show you exactly what happens when you try to tear us apart. Josh takes a deep breath and stands tall, a finality to his tone as he glares at the camera. Next week, Luna, you can either step up and be part of the team, or you'll see what happens when you mess with the Mountain Dew Boys. We're not playing games anymore. Josh drops the mic, his eyes still locked on the camera. The camera lingers on his intense gaze before fading to black. Wow, what a challenge from Josh Hart. It looks like Luna Moon is going to have to answer for her words next week. The Mountain Dew Boys are clearly at a breaking point. Definitely, Mike. Josh Hart has made it clear. Either Luna Moon steps up and works with the faction, or there could be some serious consequences. Mountain Dew Boys won't be torn apart that easily.
Announcer, it looks like it is time for our main event.
Rogue Match Rumble Qualifier Main Event, Rank 14, Yami versus Rank 43, Nature Girl Sophia. Mike, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the main event. We've got a huge Rogue Match Rumble Qualifier here, as Yami goes one-on-one with Nature Girl Sophia. With both competitors fighting for a spot in the 16-man Rumble, this match is sure to be brutal. That's right, Mike. Yami has been looking impressive lately, but he's up against one of the toughest competitors in MWL, Nature Girl Sophia. And let's not forget, XO is joining Yami at ringside as his manager tonight, and that's going to add a whole new dynamic to this match. Match begins. The bell rings, and Yami immediately charges at Nature Girl Sophia, going for a kick to the midsection. Sophia catches it and counters with a quick spinning heel kick that sends Yami reeling back. Mike, what a counter from Nature Girl Sophia. She's not going to let Yami dominate her right off the bat. Yami, shaken but not down, quickly recovers and charges at Sophia again. This time, he lands a running clothesline, knocking Sophia down to the mat. He follows up with a quick elbow drop, landing right on her chest. Solid move from Yami. He's using his speed and power to keep Nature Girl Sophia off balance early in the match. Over Nature Girl Sophia. No, Sophia kicks out. Quick kick out by Nature Girl Sophia. She's not going to go down that easily. Yami pulls Sophia up and attempts to whip her into the ropes, but Sophia reverses it, sending Yami running. As Yami bounces off the ropes, Sophia catches him with a beautiful standing drop kick, sending him crashing into the turnbuckles. John, what a drop kick from Nature Girl Sophia. Yami just didn't see that coming. Nature Girl Sophia charges toward Yami, but he moves out of the way just in time, causing Sophia to crash into the turnbuckles. Yami follows up with a running knee strike, hitting Sophia square in the jaw. Mike, and Yami takes advantage. That knee strike landed right on the mark. Yami covers Nature Girl Sophia again. No, Sophia kicks out. Once again, Nature Girl Sophia kicks out. This match is back and forth, and both competitors are showing a lot of heart. Yami, frustrated, pulls Sophia to her feet and attempts to whip her into the corner, but Sophia reverses and sends Yami into the turnbuckle instead. She charges in with a splash, but Yami moves out of the way, causing Sophia to crash into the corner. Mike? Big mistake from Nature Girl Sophia. Yami is just too quick in that corner. Yami now starts to take control, hitting Sophia with several chops to the chest, each one echoing through the arena. He follows up with a Russian leg sweep, driving Sophia back into the mat. Strong sequence from Yami. He's keeping the pressure on Sophia, not giving her any room to breathe. No, Sophia kicks out again. Mike, unbelievable. Nature Girl Sophia refuses to give up despite all the punishment she's taken. As Yami starts to lift Sophia for another move, XO at ringside starts yelling encouragement at Yami, causing Sophia to look over at them in frustration. Sophia seizes the moment and charges at Yami, while catching him with a surprise that plants him into the mat. John, what a DDT from Nature Girl Sophia. She's turning things around and showing why she's not to be underestimated. Nature Girl Sophia goes for the cover. No, Yami kicks out. Mike, and once again, Yami kicks out. This is an incredible match. Both competitors get to their feet, but Yami charges in with a clothesline that sends Sophia into the ropes. Sophia comes back with a springboard crossbody, but Yami catches her midair and delivers a devastating suplex into the ring. John, what a catch by Yami. He's showing off his power, and that suplex could be the turning point. Yami pulls Sophia up and starts to set her up for his finisher, the Judgment Slam. But just as he's about to execute it, XO is distracted by something at ringside. Sophia takes advantage of the distraction, hitting Yami with a surprise low blow, causing him to stagger back. Mike, what a cheap shot from Nature Girl Sophia. She used the distraction to her advantage, and now Yami is reeling. Nature Girl Sophia rolls up Yami for a pin attempt. Kicks out. So close. Yami barely escaped that roll-up. As both competitors struggle to get back to their feet, XO becomes involved once more, arguing with Sophia at ringside, which draws the referee's attention. In the chaos, Sophia shoves XO, sending him stumbling into the ring. Yami is distracted by the commotion, and Sophia takes advantage by pushing both men into each other, causing them to collide. Mike, this is chaos. XO and Yami collide in the ring, and Sophia has completely taken over. The referee, Realizing the chaos, begins to argue with both sides as the match spirals out of control. With both competitors tangled in the confusion, Sophia and Yami continue to exchange blows, and before anyone can regain control, both of them shove the referee, resulting in a double disqualification. Match ends, double disqualification. And there you have it, a double disqualification in this wild rogue match. Neither Yami nor Nature Girl Sophia have earned a spot in the Rumble tonight. What a chaotic turn of events. This match was explosive, but in the end, both competitors just couldn't keep their cool, and the referee had no choice but to call it a double disqualification. What a mess, Mike. Zero XO played a huge part in this, and now both Yami and Nature Girl Sophia are out of the Rumble. But something tells me this rivalry is far from over. Absolutely, John. The Rumble just got a whole lot more interesting, and Yami and Nature Girl Sophia are likely not done with each other after that chaos tonight. The camera cuts to Yami and Nature Girl Sophia, both seething with frustration as Zero XO tries to calm Yami down. The crowd murmurs, unsure of what's next, as the camera fades to black.